Boom, we are live.
Are we?
Cool. Yeah, we're
Camera
live
up.
now. Wait and see who pops up. Be interesting to see in this one because obviously with usual mic it was different time of the day. So
Yeah.
I'm curious to see who will get popping in this time round. Where's good? Used to cameras. Opposite way. Yeah, have you got much new lately yourself?
I reviewed the carbonized Boba Fett today.
I watched that about half an hour ago actually, yeah. I agree with your thoughts though. My comment too. It's definitely an inbox thing, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
yeah. I opened my first two just to review them, and then I put them back in the box, and they've lived there ever since.
Yeah. I'll probably put it back in the box, I must admit. I mean, it's a nice box,
Yeah,
but
it is. It's a really nice box. Yeah, but yeah, like you were saying on your video with it, how the some of it's stiff, some of it's loose. I found that with the carbonized, a lot of the articulation was a bit stiffer than the standard. But then
oh,
the
right.
old ones, yeah, had looser legs.
Yeah. The
So I've
legs on
never
that thing are
taken my.
so loose.
I saw that. Yeah, I never took my carbonized second sister out, but I'd imagine yeah, her legs wouldn't be the best. The girls are hard enough to stand as it is,
Mm,
which is a bit of a bummer sometimes.
yeah.
We've
That's the
got
first
someone in
carbonized figure I've
here.
had out of the package. So,
I heard that. Yeah, is it the only one you've got in general?
yeah. Yeah. Because
Oh, cool.
I open figures unless they're on vintage cards, but I get two anyway, one to open and one to keep carded. So with the
Yeah,
with the Black Series
yeah.
boxes, the black and red ones, they just don't interest me. They never really have. So
No, that's fair enough though. I can see that though, like looking obviously as a Black Series collector, the boxes, well, the original boxes have been pretty plain until now. So the vintage definitely pop out on card, and that's what's really drawn me into them a lot more lately. It's
mm,
just how well they good just look on a card back. It's excellent. I like it.
yeah, yeah,
The retro, I'm a big fan of the retro wave.
mm, yeah, yeah. I've got those. They're not bad.
Yeah, have you got both waves now, I assume?
Yeah, I got the Empire Strikes Back wave maybe 2 weeks ago, something like that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm
bit
waiting for
later than the
mine to
States.
come in.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, mine have been delayed for ages. It just says with obviously through EB Games over here, but it just says August at the moment, and yeah, that's about it. But hopefully they pop up soon. Because the whole
Mm,
COVID, I mean, the gaming greats figures,
yeah.
the first two that came out, still waiting for them over here. They're still awaiting. It says August again, so
You
hey,
you
right.
got you got the you got the most recent Black Series wave first, though, didn't you, Australia? You got like Plo Koon and uh
I
Kit
believe they
Fisto.
did because
Fisto.
I'm obviously New Zealand, but yeah, so
Oh yeah,
they're
of
a little
course.
bit
Yeah.
better than we are. But I will be honest to you. Yesterday, because we don't get much over here, I went to there's a place here called Pop Stop, and it's one of the best places to collect in Christchurch, where I am. Awesome range, and they get a lot of exclusives. So I don't know if you're into NECA or anything like that. You
I
collect
haven't got it.
anything like that?
I've seen them, but I haven't got any. No.
Yeah. I've got a small range from stuff that I've loved, like the Ninja Turtles, the 80s, 90s stuff, some Predators, and I'm a big horror fan, so I picked up a this fella here. If you're into horror at all,
Oh right, yeah, cool. And you got the
either
Hellraiser one as
face.
well, right?
Yes, he's standing proudly right there, and he is a wonderful figure. That he's the
Mm.
one figure I've wanted long before I started collecting because I love my Hellraiser, so I'm very happy to have that.
Yeah, it's
But we'll
classic,
carry on with
classic
this.
film, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. The figure, I might do a review on them just because I know some people want to see them. But yeah, he's pretty cool. But yeah. Right, we've got a few people rolling around now. So we'll say a big hello to who's in here. I'm on my phone, so hopefully I can make this work. There we go. How you going, TK? Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we also have Papa Gord. Hello, my friend. Glad you could join us. And they're just saying hi to each other. Oh, hello, Sean Solo. Thanks for joining us, my friend.
Sure, Sean.
Feel free to ask questions in the comments, guys. And hi. Cool. So, yeah, all these recent reveals we've just got. That 3-pack is an absolute wonderful looking thing. As soon as I saw that, I thought about you, and I thought about I'm probably going to want a couple myself.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It looks absolutely awesome.
Yeah, it does.
How you doing, HRH? Yeah,
that's Harry.
It's the foil chase, isn't it? It's got the shiny chase to it.
It will be, yeah, because it's an exclusive. Yeah, so it's the same as the Luke Jedi one from last year. The exclusive ones tend to have the foil.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I remember you bringing that up in the stream with Mike as well. Yeah, those foil ones make it pop a bit more, but I can understand they sort of stand out a bit more to the rest of it too.
And the whole back of it's all nice. Like shiny. It's got a lovely image on the back. I've seen a picture.
Yeah, I saw the back of the new one. Someone put a photo up. I saw. Yeah, it's a good question, and a good question for you too. Who's going to get the Falcon from eBay? Is it very? I assume it's more expensive on eBay, is it, or?
I managed to pre-order one, luckily.
Oh, nice! What's that going for?
Well, they were going for anywhere between $349 or $399 over here. There's like 3 websites that had them.
Wow!
And I got it for $349.99 from a company called Comics and Cocktails.
Oh, nice!
But I think as a mate of mine, Obi-Wan Kenobi, found out that each retailer only had 20 each.
So wow! I did see a comment about that.
So you just got to be seriously quick whenever they come out. You know, if you want one, you just got to jump on it.
I wonder if that's a price thing. Because of the price, they don't expect that too many people run into it. I mean, like TK says here, and that's very possible. It won't be far off from that here. Did you go? I know you don't collect it, but some of us follow it a bit. But the Lego Star Wars world, the UCS Millennium Falcon. Did you ever see that in your country? And how much?
Yeah, I had one. Yeah, I've always collected Lego Star Wars, but I've actually sold a lot of it. I've actually sold a lot of it recently to fund vintage Star Wars.
Right, fair enough.
My loft was just literally full of it, and I've still got half of it left to. I'm keeping the UCS Slave 1. I'm keeping the UCS Sandcrawler. They're a bit big to post, really. I've got the Death Star.
Yeah.
But so basically I had the original Falcon, the 30th anniversary one.
Oh, yes,
came out in 2007. Yeah, 2007. Yep. And it was a birthday present, so I opened it and I built it. And then I dismantled it and I put it in the box and put it in the loft for, I don't know, 10 years.
Oh, wow.
And then I saw on eBay they were going for the one that came out that year, because they actually brought it out twice. They brought the 30th anniversary one out, and which came with a certificate 1 of 10,000, and I had about number 5,500 or something, but it's all signed and all that.
Yeah.
So that particular one was going for sealed £5,000, and this is way before the second one, this new one came out. You know, so
that's crazy.
But loose ones, built ones, were going for about. I sold it for about 1,500.
Yes, how much they go for now?
I'm glad I did, because obviously they brought out a new one, didn't they? Which I haven't got, because I wasn't going to spend that much money, 700 quid on a Lego set. But
that's right.
I think at the time mine was $399.99. I think it was £400.
Okay.
When it first came out.
Yeah.
But it was a lovely set. Right. But yeah, that's. I mean, Lego's like gold to invest. It was probably better than gold to invest in. If you buy Lego,
You're not
because
wrong.
if they retire the sets, in 10 years' time, they're worth a fortune. So
Exactly right. Like I was never really too big on it, but a couple of years ago, I think it was during the Last Jedi wave, I got into it before I got into the Black Series and such, and I've got a container full because we had to put a lot of it away when my daughter came, so she didn't eat it, obviously. But most of it's put in a big, massive container now. And I think there's about 4 or 5 that are still out on display in my stepson's room. But
right,
I've got like the 2 biggest sets I got were $250 here. And I got the First Order Star Destroyer, which is a beast of a Lego build. It's huge. And the 80 M6, to be precise, which is the Walker from Crate. And that thing is, that stands so tall. It took so long to build, but I mean, it's quite fun to do it, to be honest.
Yeah.
So one day I want to get it all back out when I've got somewhere to put it and have it on display because I've got a lot there.
Well, I recently sold the gunship from 2000 and I want to say 2015, I think it was. Had like the green Yoda box, and I sold that for about £220. It had been built, but they're doing the UCS one, aren't they? It got the fan vote, so
yes,
there'll be a really big Republic gunship coming out in Ultimate Collector's Series. So I thought I'd just get rid of the other one, and then if I want to get that one. But then again, I do love Lego, and I love Lego stuff because I grew up with Space Lego.
Oh right, yep.
The old Space Lego. So if they had Star Wars Lego when I was a kid, I would have just been in my element.
Same.
But so when I think it was 1999 when they first did Star Wars and Lego, where they got the license. I mean, I was just going mad for it. I loved it. And it helped that I had a friend that was working for Lego. He used to get me, decent deals and stuff. So
nice.
I used to buy a lot. I used to buy a lot of it. But as I say, I've been cutting that collection down now because it's just in the loft doing nothing.
I agree, and it's a bad dust collector, Lego. It is not fun for cleaning. I don't envy that job.
The sets are just so big, aren't they? They just take up a lot of room. Each one's a big ship or something.
Oh, absolutely. Like on my son's Duchess at the moment, it's on the top. I mean, it's a big Duchess. It's the Star Destroyer, and I've got Kylo Ren's Silencer too. And I mean, that's long with the wings on it. So yeah, I get where you're coming from. The likes of my sister, she's a big Lego fan of all things Lego, and she her house is just, you walk in the door and it's like a museum of Lego. It's cool but crazy. But yeah,
well, they make cool things all the time in Lego. You had the DeLorean,
absolutely.
You had the Ghostbusters Ecto one. I had all.
Well, that's right.
All of those, but I've been, as I say, I've just been cutting the collection down because I wanted to buy vintage Star Wars with it. So
I agree. Yeah, so just what I remember, because I was leading on to a story when I was talking about that, but I went to pick them up yesterday, and inevitable as the world turns, I walked into the store and he's like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Oh, did you see the new Star Wars stuff we got? I looked on the shelf, I was like, you're kidding me. So I've put 5 Black Series figures on hold so I can go back with some money. They had Dooku, Plo Koon, Kit Fisto, Anakin, the brand new wave, they had them. And it's the first time I've seen them in New Zealand in store so far. So I've got to get those. Really got to get those.
Yeah, Kit Fisto and Plo Koon have been shipped out to me today, so I should have those in a couple of days.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know what to do with them really.
Oh yeah. Do you have like? I'll ask you a couple of questions just while I'm in that sort of on that note right now. So I get my handy dandy notebook. Yeah, because one of those questions was, what's your favourite Black Series figure, if you've got one? Obviously, being VC, it's probably pretty tricky, as anything is.
No, it's not. It's not. I've got a couple that I really like. So I really like the Gamorrean Guard. He's probably my favourite, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna get me one of those.
He's a great figure, that one. I I like the General Veers, like the Attack Commander.
Oh yes, that's
because
a great one.
The facial, just it just looks like
Yeah,
the
same
actor,
as Tarkin. Tarkin's just oh, they did a great job with him. Very much
Yeah,
Tarkin.
I like the Rebel Fleet Trooper.
Oh yes.
Dooku's really good, but yeah, no. If I had to pick one, it'd be the. I did a video. I don't know, about a month ago now of my top 10 Black Series figures, and obviously I haven't got all of them, so I
Right.
couldn't include people like the Emperor, and which I know everyone loves.
Yeah,
And it's a
pretty
good
sure
figure,
I'll watch that. Yeah,
but
it is a
yeah,
hard list to create
the,
now.
the the Gamorrean Guard's top for me. I don't know. He just
Yep.
looks great. It's a good figure.
Yeah, I'm going to hopefully get one very, very soon. So I've done a trade with someone, so hopefully I'll be actually getting one of those. Yeah, I do have, you probably can't see him because my head's in the way, but I do have the VC Gamorrean Guard up the top there somewhere at the moment.
Oh yeah, well he's a
You
great.
can't quite see him right now.
Yeah, he's a great figure as well.
Yeah, there he is. He's up there next to Jabba somewhere.
Yeah,
Running out of
very
room in my cabinet behind me, to be honest. That's all Galactic Empire where the light is now. It's all my Galactic Empire figures because I just love the Galactic Empire.
Mm.
As a matter of fact, with my phone, I can actually show you now. So that's essentially my cabinet display here.
Oh yeah.
So that's all the retros, the Galactic. That's just some of the NECA, a few more, just displays. There's Pinhead, by the way.
Oh yeah, he looks good, doesn't he?
Comes with that backdrop of chains.
Yeah.
I have to get some better photos done for you, but yeah.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've seen that film, but yeah, it's good, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, I love it. The third one's my favourite. It's a great story to it, and you learn so much. Right, cool. So that's that one. Just haven't looked at our comments for a while. We've got here supposed to be doing Disney Park Pig Warmer. I hope it's true. Probably. Those Disney Park ones are interesting, aren't they? Those new Black Series they're bringing out. But is it Cardinal? It's I don't know about that. It seems everyone's got the same opinion. It's
what's Sean saying? What's peg warming at the Disney parks?
UCS Slave 1. I'm assuming. If he's still in here, just let us know in the comments, Sean.
Yeah.
Lego box of Lego. So true.
Unless you're talking about
you've seen how much was in.
That's the thing. All the people that didn't get the
Lego.
Falcon, all the people that didn't get the Falcon on the Target pre-order. I mean, I've got a feeling that it's a Disney Parks thing. I think they only worked with Target because the Disney Parks are essentially half closed, aren't they? They're not getting people through the door because of the situation we're in. But I think at the end of the day, it's a Disney Park thing. So
yes,
just like when you go there and you see the Disney Park Sandcrawler, hundreds of them. You can hardly get it outside of the Disney Park, but inside there's just thousands of them. And when you go to Disneyland or Galaxy's Edge, there's a shop on every corner, and every ride you come off, you come out in a shop.
Just stalls everywhere, yeah.
Yeah, so I've got a feeling like, when I went there, those 3-packs with the Kylo Ren, the gold First Order Stormtrooper, I can't remember that one's name. The Black Series 3-packs. There's 3 different ones, I think, one with the droids and all that. There was just hundreds of them. You couldn't get away from them. They're everywhere. But then people in the UK are like, well, how am I going to get this thing,
Well, that's exactly right. And it's the same as when I went to Auckland a few months back to see Metallica, but they cancelled at the time, which sucked. So I went shopping in Auckland and bought the UCS setup, not UCS, the Exegorth Escape from a shop I stumbled into. But it's quite interesting how it all works. But the one that everyone hates, the Black Series exclusive Elite Snowtrooper with the cloak. Everyone said they just gave it a cloak. The warehouse over here had them on their website, but it was pretty much order online because it never came to the South Island. When I went to Auckland and had a wee wander around in the warehouses there, they had at least 10 plus in each warehouse. peg warming, yet none of them ever came to the South Island. It's like, why do that? Share the love. Yeah.
Well, that's how it works in the States.
A bit unfair, isn't it?
Sometimes, Walmarts in the States, one state will have hundreds of them peg warming, and then another state will never see the figures. That definitely happened with the vintage collection Mandalorian wave at the beginning of the year, around March, April.
Yeah,
we still haven't seen those in the stores apparently. So
yeah, that was crazy.
Another state will have, like, God knows how many Cara Dunes hanging on the pegs still, or whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy. It really is. They need to spread it out a bit more, I think. Go through our comments again. I got that recently, the 40th version. Oh, is that the Slave one? Yeah, that is that Lego Slave one, the 40th one. Nice setup. Thanks, Sean. TK. Oh, here we go. Where'd he go? I don't collect TVC anymore, but my figures TVC. Yeah, I think a lot of people would agree that the Gamorrean Guard's one of the nicest looking figures.
Yeah,
I'd love to have one on card, to be honest. I think that would be an absolute beauty on card. Return of the Jedi, we never know. I expect we're going to get quite a lot for the Return of the Jedi anniversary. So I was surprised to see the Heroes of Endor come out now.
Yeah,
they keep that aside for now.
You think the Gamorrean Guard might be one of the 40th Black Series on card?
Yeah, or even a re-release on the vintage as well when that anniversary comes along.
Yeah, they re-released it last year. So, I mean, over here you can still get the Gamorrean Guard online for like
right,
$15.99 or whatever.
Oh, that's not too bad.
There's loads of them over here.
Okay, and not over here.
No,
I need to move back. I need to move back to England, I think. That's where like I was saying to Usual Mike, when I was young, because we were 9 when we moved to New Zealand, but every Christmas my dad would give me and my brother like 2 massive black bags just full of presents, and most of that was Star Wars. So back then it was a lot of the original stuff, and I had it all. And yeah, not anymore. I'm so sad. Had everything. Still in my fags. Yeah, he's a popular one there, Papa Gord.
I think a lot of people feel the same, don't they? They wish they'd kept all their.
Yeah, we know nothing as kids but their toys. I still remember the ones I buried in the sand at the beach in England. So gutted. They're in the ocean somewhere now. Snag the Falcon. Yeah, I'd love to get my hands on that Falcon, but I'm scared on the New Zealand price. Be a very scary price.
There's no doubt it's overpriced, but
yeah. But I mean, it's not going to be small, so I kind of get that.
Yeah, but I think the original Legacy one was like, I don't know, $150 or something. It's gone up.
Right.
It's twice the price, maybe more than that, I think. And it came out of the vintage collection as well, in like a vintage style box.
Oh,
come out twice before already. But
it'll be popular because it's got Hondo in it and the Chewy, but we don't need the pork or the chickens.
Yeah, but you're going to be able to get that. You're going to be able to get that Hondo in the wave at the end of the year. He's coming on a single card. So if people know that, then they don't need to buy that Falcon to get him. But
oh yeah, I see them. A lot of peg warmers over here are of that same wave, which is Poe, Luke, and there's a couple of others that just don't move. It's the same as those. Do you remember the Saga ones they did? The 2-pack gold ones, which were, I wasn't interested. They're big peg warmers. They really are. I've got zero interest in them, to be honest.
No.
Just paint them like usual, Mike.
They were on the pegs in Florida when I was over in Florida at Christmas time, and my son, who was 6 at the time, wanted them just because it's a Star Wars. I would imagine. Just because it's a Star Wars figure, and because they were like on clearance of like, I don't know, they're about $8 or something. I just said, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
get them if you want. Spend your money on them. You know, he had his
Yeah.
own money that he'd been saving. So
Yeah, well, it's like I picked a lot up for my stepson. Darth Lou is who he's been in some of my videos before. But yeah, there's a lot of that Force Link stuff. Like that's so cheap now. Really is so cheap because it's just not going anywhere. The solo wristband thing, I think it was the 0.2 version. There is a massive stack of them down at like our local warehouse, and they're cheap, but they're not selling because you don't need it. And if you've got one, you don't need an extra figure of the same.
But it's for kids, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Yeah,
I mean, admittedly, some of them were right, but
yeah. But what's essentially the majority of those is like it's a children's line. You know, that's why you've got the silly voice thing and whatever. So the ones that are left are the ones that, you know, the kids haven't bought, and the collectors just like whatever.
Exactly right. What I always thought would have made...
If you go to a shop and you've got $20 to spend on a figure, you're not going to buy two Force Link figures over one Black Series, because the Black Series is the thing that's aimed at you, isn't it? So that's what you're going to...
Absolutely right.
You're going to buy.
Well, that's it. Yeah, you're absolutely right on that one. It's like I got my nephew into some of the Black Series. We went to the Rise of Skywalker. We went for a bit of a wander before we went into the warehouse, and there was a Sith trooper sitting on the shelf who was like, I might get that. I was like, do it. Then not long later, he showed me a picture of another one he picked up, and I was like, he's in. He's in. Doesn't take much to get carried away with that stuff.
No.
I'm a prime example of that, and we all are really.
Yeah.
I'd love to get a bit of setup going on, like with your stuff on the wall. I'm hoping to work on some of that soon. We're in the process of buying a house, so I want to plaster my walls with a bit more stuff, like the episode 3 stuff I've got. A few other bits and bobs as well floating around.
Well, I've only got this room because it was the baby's room, you know. So
okay.
So my son,
baby's grown up.
Yeah, he's got his own room now, which we had to
cool.
move some stuff out of. You know, it used to be just a spare room, if you like. So now I've got no space whatsoever, and this room used to be like the sort of utility room where you put the ironing board and your coat and all that.
See.
And I had to sort of beg and plead to get this room to be mine, you know, because it's where I used to do all my videos, and it was an absolute mess. Yeah. But to get it actually mine, to have everything displayed, it took a while.
I would imagine.
Because now the ironing board now is in our bedroom. Do you know what I mean? It's not ideal. Folded away on the wall. So, but
yeah, I still have funny discussions with my partner over the dining room / toy room.
Well, exactly.
So I commandeered. Used to be all of this because we moved out before Christmas for house repairs. Then we came back and just reset up again. So I was like, we just had some old sort of china that was, it's not the best stuff in the world. So I was like, I think I could utilize that. So now I've completely taken this cabinet over, and there's a bit more that sort of spans around here as well. So that's quite cool. Well, but that cabinet's very full.
I haven't got room on my walls to display all of my vintage collection figures. Some of them are in the box because I would imagine I have to be a bit selective over which ones. So like I used to have like so I used to have the Luke Skywalker from the vintage collection, but also from the vintage saga collection, I think it was called. So it's the same card back but an inferior figure, and I used to have them next to each other, and then there's variants of different ones. And now I'm just like, right, if it's got a foil chase and a non-foil chase, I've got to just pick between one of them and have one of each thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I haven't got the room. And at the weekend, I'm putting some shelves up here, and that's where all my I've got a box here of all my this sort of thing. So acrylic case with proper vintage figures.
Oh yes, I like those. 1983. They're a good protector too.
So I've got a number of these, and I want them all displayed on a shelf.
Yeah.
And that'll be the last thing I need to do really to this room, and then it is
Nice.
full. So whatever comes out new, I'm just like, what's going to go to make room?
I hate that. I get that problem with here. I'm like, oh god, how am I going to work this one? And it's getting full because all my boxes are in there. Most of them are in there as well. It's just obviously all the displays. I've gone from having box displays to why display boxes when I got so many figures? I'll display those instead. So
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
why I've taken them out. Generally, I take them out to review them, photo them, display them, then put them away so they wouldn't get dusty. But now I've got the cabinet here. It's a lot better to be able to display them in there.
Yeah,
So I'm a big fan of the new 40th stuff.
And nothing against inbox collectors, because I know I can see the appeal, but you know, especially with the red and black boxes, just having them lined up with a number on the end or whatever, or just
not very exciting.
It just doesn't look. You know, I'd much rather have the figure all posed, looking cool. But that's just my personal opinion. But saying that, these new boxes that are coming out, they've got to change everything because they look. You know, the sides actually got some artwork on it, and you get them all.
Yeah,
and makes a bigger picture. You know, so that sort of thing is something that you can actually display.
Deciding whether you display the side of the box or the figure, or try and do both.
Yeah, yeah.
That's going to be the problem there.
Might
just check our comments again. Hello, Darth Moore. Thank you for joining us. Everyone says hello. Do you still have original 12 on card back? I don't. You might.
No, I don't have any of the first 12 on card back. The oldest figure I have is a 20 back, I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, 20 back. R5D4 20 back.
Oh, wow.
So that's 1978.
Oh, crikey.
So that's the oldest one I've got, but I haven't got any of the first 12, no.
That would have cost you a pretty penny, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the first 12 loose. I need three figures for the first 12.
Right. Yeah, because that's usual. Mike's working on that too, isn't he? I think he's just got a couple more.
I got the stand on the go.
Oh, yeah, that thing's cool. I've got the re-release version of it, but that classic one is just.
And I've got the
there's something else to it,
case for it as well, so that's it'll look nice. But I just haven't got it out of the packet yet. The acrylic case, but I need Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, and R2D2. So R2 and Luke are going to be expensive.
Yes, no doubt about that. Darth Maul, both of your backgrounds look great. Thank you, my friend. You can't see mine too well, so if you check out my Instagram or my YouTube channel, you'll see a lot more. But I've got, so it's hard to do it because I'm on my phone, but I'll just try and give you a quick squiz of what's around here, because that poster there is just awesome. Sorry, this is a bit awkward, but that Mandalorian thing's so cool. Love that poster. Just a few others up there, but they're the only carded VC I've got. I'd like to get a lot more.
Yeah, you've got the layer though. It's a great one.
A small setup there. My Sith layer. A few other things hidden over there. It's just Transformers, really. Only got a couple of those. Come back down here.
Just go back on the comments a second, would you, if you wouldn't mind? There was something about lights or something that I missed. Yeah. Just go back a bit.
I remember that was something to do with there. Do you have lights set up on the barge behind you?
No, I don't have any lights in it. No, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind doing that actually. I'm not really.
Actually.
I'm not really very good at like that kind of stuff, like electronics and customizing, and it's just
there's always someone near customizing something. I was gonna give a go, but I haven't quite. But I really want to get onto a diorama. Me and a good friend of mine want to make a diorama, so I'm looking forward to getting into that once we've got it all under control. Yes, both of you. Thank you very much. The new boxes, what we jumped. Do the new boxes. Yeah, they do look sweet. Really, really do. Thank you. Yeah. Memories are great. I've got some great collecting memories. That's the one thing I love about shopping in stores, walking in and going, wow, there it is. Like I did telling you before, I walked in and they had all the new Black Series and he was unboxing the retro wave they just got in. So hopefully my pre-orders at EV Games will come in very soon. Mike's missing the Jara and Stormtrooper, yeah. That Java with the... See, this is something I've known for years now. It's with the vinyl cape, isn't it? That's the rare and very expensive one to get.
Yeah.
I remember that is worth quite a lot of money.
Yeah, £800 plus now, maybe more.
Yeah. Bossk when he commented on making it beer. So do I. Such a nice looking stand.
Yeah, well, I picked it up. I picked it up reasonably cheap, and then obviously, then you're thinking, oh god, now I've got to get the figures for it. And then you start working out how much each one's going to cost, and then you realise that
that's correct.
A decent farm boy Luke is going to be like maybe 60, 70 quid. My Leia was like 90 quid.
Wow.
Because she's got the correct blaster, she's got the correct cape, she's really white, she's, you know, near mint basically. But
yeah,
so to get that stand, it's a killer, but it's fun. It's fun doing it, you know. It's fun trying to find them, and obviously I couldn't just go out and buy them all at once. I'm not made of money, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean there. Wish we bloody were. You can just get walking in boxes.
Yeah.
So, that's the one I can see there.
Yeah, so this is an acrylic case now as well. I bought an acrylic case for it, so it's fully protected. Because that's like an unused Scout Walker. It's you open the lid and it's not even been touched. The stickers haven't been put on. It's
beautiful. None of us do, TK.
I haven't got a huge collection, but some of the stuff I've got, I'm pretty pleased with. I must admit.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's some pretty good stuff to come out in this next vintage wave.
Yeah, I love. Yeah, the next you got the K2SO looks great. The Power Droid looks great.
To be honest, that's one of my favourite looking Black Series figures, just because of how well they did the Black Series K2SO. He's such a good looking figure, and for a tall, skinny, lanky robot, he stands very, very well. Yeah. Very impressed. He stands better than some others.
Even the 5POA one wasn't too bad. Some of those Rogue One figures were quite good.
They were actually. Hello, Dagoopa. Thanks for jumping in, my friends. What else we got here? Just chatting. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to ask you probably the trickiest question. What's your favourite on-card VC? Like, is there something to look at? What is your top favourites? You don't have to answer it.
Oh my god. So many, because there's so many for different reasons, you know. So like even like the layer one you've got.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a rubbish figure. The figure was reduced was released in the 3.75-inch Black Series. It's not the greatest layer figure, but it's just a repack. The card back's amazing, you know. That's what that's what those vintage card backs were all about.
Absolutely,
there's a few that I really like the Commander Cody one's brilliant. Luke Skywalker Dagobah Landing is a great looking card. But then I really like the ones that are the same card back as they were back in, you know, like the R5D4, which is up.
Oh yes, they've used the original imaging.
Yes, it's all.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So just as the card back, never mind the figure. It's very difficult to be able to pick because there's like over 160 of them now. So.
I mean, that's the same with the Black Series for me. Like for a long time, my favourite figure was the Imperial Jump Trooper because he is such a good-looking Black Series figure. But you know, through time, you know, the Purge Trooper. I'm a big fan of that. The that Shadow Trooper that TK was nice enough to send me. That thing's beautiful, and I don't know you're going to see, but he's now in the corner. Sorry, camera's so off the. He's in the corner there by the child behind the with the light behind him now. So, and just below on my cabinet, he just stands out so much more. There's a question for you, Tim. Do you like the vintage collection of Wolfie coming out? The shoulder antenna looks really weird.
No, not really, because it's the same. It's the same mold that they use for the Black Series, 3.75-inch Black Series with the Commander Doom and the red one and the Rex.
Right.
It's all of those, and the helmet. Well, the helmets are all too small. Obviously, this one's got a removable helmet. The best thing about the Wolf figure is the new head sculpt, which looks like the same head sculpt that they're using on these three in the 3-pack.
Yes.
But the body, it's got that horrible thing on the shoulder. The figure's just not good. As soon as it like the karma it uses around it's it's all really hard plastic, and it's just not a great sculpt really. But it's a bit of a shame really, because obviously if you think about how long they've had that 3-pack in the works, because they reckon it's like 18 months from concept to production, right? So that Wolf couldn't have been too much before, or those 3-packs couldn't be too far after the Wolf. But the Wolf desperately needs to be like, as good as those ARC Troopers that are coming out.
Well, that's correct.
Because if you take some of the body armor off the ARC Troopers, you could use, you could kit bash the Clone Commander for the Wolf.
I mean, they've got the technology to do this stuff now. They don't need to just like the clones up the top there, standing nice and proud. Whoop. They're all very similar, but slight variances just because of who they are. But body-wise, they're identical.
And sometimes they might use like a different shoulder pad or something off, just to make them different or whatever. But essentially, they could, kit bash from 5 different figures and make one. But apparently, the new ARC Troopers are completely new tooling from top to bottom, because somebody in the comments said it's not. It's the same as the Wolf figure, but it's not. If you look at it, everything about it is completely different and massively improved. So, those 3 ARC Trooper figures are going to be like some of the best figures, for a long time. They are like top.
Oh, I could imagine that. Quality. Yeah.
Because a lot of the time with the clones with the removable helmets, often the helmet's too big. So, for example, when they released this figure last year, if I can get away from the glare, people were annoyed because it used the same sculpt from years ago, where the helmet's too big, and when you put the helmet on the figure, it's just massive compared to it's completely out of scale.
Right.
These ARC Troopers, they look a lot better. So
true. Papa Gord. See you later, Papa Gord. I sneak peek. I might be doing a stream with him at some stage down the line too, so watch out for that. Thanks for coming, Papa. Love them.
Yeah, Sean Solo says it's going to be a nightmare trying to get them. I agree. It's going to be horrible. Literally as soon as they drop, everyone is going to be after them.
Oh, that you're talking about the 3-pack again?
Yeah,
that's going to be. I mean, the clones alone are popular enough as something like that. Everyone's going to jump onto that.
But I replied to Steve Evans is on Instagram, because he was, even though he's not involved in Star Wars anymore, he put the picture of them up and said, "Oh, look at these, aren't they great?" or whatever. And I replied to him saying, "Can you just please make enough for everyone?" Because how can you make something like that and then not make enough of it for
limit
everyone?
It?
Because
agreed,
everyone's going to want it,
Oh, you're not wrong there. Absolutely.
And even we know we're getting the 5s the fives figure in the wave at the end of the year. We know that. It hasn't been officially announced, but it's going to be on its own single card. So with Echo and Jesse, they've got to do. They need to do that quickly next year, because they're going to get a lot of angry people that are not happy if they don't get that 3-pack. So, for example, like the Luke 3-pack was this time last year, because it was the SDCC exclusive last year. And
yes.
And we're getting Luke Stormtrooper now. He's starting to show up in stores now. And then the Luke Skywalker, the Jedi Knight one, this one, which is one of the best vintage collection figures going, by the way.
I have that.
I
actually got that in a box.
He's coming out on a single card towards the end of the year, but he was in the 3-pack with Luke Stormtrooper.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good pack, that one.
He's completely new. He's not the one that came in the Black Series 3.75.
I'm pretty sure I've got that, Luke. Pretty sure I have that exact one. It was with the box I got from my friend Neil.
Have you got the 3-pack?
No, not the 3-pack, but the Luke itself. I think I might have from an earlier wave or something like that.
Yeah, I've
definitely got a Jedi wave.
It might be a similar one. It'll be the lightsaber construction one from the vintage collection, I think.
Right.
Where
I might go grab it quickly. Give me 2 seconds, and I'm just going to go grab my box. I'll be right back, guys. Feel free to chat away.
He's left me. Yeah, Harry. Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm scared, mate. I'm scared about how bad it's gonna be, and I just want it to drop when I'm at a computer, because if I miss out on that thing, I'm going to be extremely annoyed. I don't know if I can click on. Yeah, it's not my stream, lads, so I can't click on the comments, but I'll read them anyway. Sean Solo, yes, it makes no sense. They could print money. Yeah, they could just sell. They would never be left on the pegs. They would just sell out. Convention exclusive. Everyone wants them, but everyone can't have one. Yeah. See, the thing is with the UK is that they, so for example, last year's one, the Luke Skywalker 3-pack, what happened with that was that we all got import stock because they made the SDC exclusives be available at all the other conventions around the world, essentially. So there's a German one, there was London Comic Con, so people could pick them up there, and then obviously our online stores had them as well. So we had the one that I've got with the single language special action figure set, but then a few months later they came out again with like dual language, so that Luke one, that a lot of people did manage to get that. So I'm hoping and praying that the clone 3-pack will be the same, and it will be available everywhere, and they'll just have so much of it to go around. Is that Luke like?
Just got to get him out of my box.
This one, Sean. This one is from the Luke 3-pack that came with the exclusive set last year. So you had the Stormtrooper Luke, this one, and the X-Wing Luke. All three are straight repacks. So Stormtrooper Luke is hitting stores now in America, and he's in the next wave, that Jedi Luke. And it is, I'd go as far as saying it's right up there with one of my favourite loose figures at the moment, because they've just got it nailed now. He's perfect, and it's one of the best capes that you'll ever get on a. It just fits in perfectly. You can have the hood down if you want. It's just a proper figure, this one. Salacious Crumb.
I forget I got him because he's the tiniest one. I don't know. I think he's actually bigger than the child. Yeah, it's this one here. I don't know who or what it is, but
yeah, that's the lightsaber construction Luke. Yeah.
Right. He's got the robe and
That's the one they've improved upon slightly.
Right.
So, for
Yeah,
example, has he got a black glove on one hand?
no.
Oh,
He's
he hasn't.
plain-handed.
Right. Yeah.
He's got a little pouch on his back as well, and the brown cape.
Yeah, because this one's got the new Luke head.
Oh, yeah, no, that definitely looks. Yeah, even the hair colour's different to this one I've got.
Yeah,
More of a
actually
browny
saying that,
one
I
on
mean,
this
the only
guy.
thing maybe they could make different about this one is maybe having his hair slightly darker, but because his hair was
Right.
darker, wasn't it, in Return of the Jedi? But
That's true.
it's a great figure. This one.
A box full of, because a good friend of mine sold me a bunch of VC when he was getting rid of it, and he really helped me out because this is the Jabba set that I got from him.
Yeah, but that's the Toys R Us
This,
one. That one's really good.
Yeah, so that's the Jabba that's up there with the side thing as well, with his, and I've got all the bits and pieces that it comes with as well, all the side pieces.
That's really
expensive. It's a great set.
That's expensive on the secondary market. That
seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I got a good price. That's a good Jabba. It's a really good Jabba, to be honest. Yeah, because I also got the Gamorrean Guard, who's the VC Gamorrean Guard up there.
Yeah.
So obviously with the Palace, you got Reese's and all of those guys. I've got a Boba Fett. You might be able to shed some light because he's not VC because he's just a little bit shorter than your VC. I don't know how well you can see that.
Does his helmet remove?
No. But this thing moves.
He's
up and down.
So he's got the red gauntlets. So that's the Return of the Jedi one.
I'd say they're brown, but they might have been red.
Yeah, so that figure is the vintage trilogy collection one. Came out in 2004.
Oh, right.
It's a decent figure, that.
That's not too bad at all. Yeah, I just found that they're a little bit shorter than your genuine. Just a little bit shorter. Like a 3.5 inch or something.
I'd never noticed.
So you sort of got to put them in the background so they don't look small. They've got Bit Fortuna as well.
Yeah, I think that's the Saga collection.
Comes with the stand. Yeah, it's got the stand. Yeah. Slave Leia and the
Ula the Dancer
as well. They're both in here.
Yeah, because that Ula came with that set you've got, and she's like really rare.
Yes. So I think it was your video I watched how you mentioned about it when you were saying about the video on the missing figures for the Palace.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember you seeing that in your video, and I was like, I've got that one.
Yeah. I think the only other time she was released was in the Power of the Jedi, I think it was, in 2001.
Oh, okay.
The Power of the Force, can't remember which one, but the one you've got's the best version of her.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, I haven't even got her.
Oh, really?
No, I haven't got her. No.
Thank you, Neil. No, so yeah, he really looked after me, my friend, on getting those stuff.
Yeah, and you've got the correct.
That was just to fill my Palace.
You've got the for Return of the Jedi because he's got the red gauntlet.
Well, that's good. Just need a bit more to go in there, I think. But let's put those back in the box. I need more room so I can get the Palace back out again. But you talk about you look big clone fan and you like your Lego. Have you ever seen this guy?
Yeah, that's the Clone Lieutenant, isn't it? No, it's not.
Yeah, he came with a book.
Oh,
like a Lego book.
Yeah, I've got him. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a neat looking figure to be a little.
Isn't that the Stormtrooper? It's the Stormtrooper Commander, isn't it? It's that Stormtrooper helmet, isn't it?
Sorry, it's not coming up as it should do.
I think that's a Stormtrooper Commander, or is that a clone? I can't see it properly.
Pretty sure it's pretty sure it's a clone. I can't remember. It's from a book, but I'm pretty sure it's a clone.
Right.
I'll have to send you a picture or something. It's coming up quite glary.
Yeah, I've got it somewhere. I think I've got that somewhere.
There you go. Can you see that a little bit better now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just doesn't want to focus on them.
Phase 2 clones. They're the best.
Nice.
Centurion's Corner won't like that, though, because I know he's a massive Phase 1 fan, isn't he?
Yes, he is actually. Lego Chronicles, right? Yeah, see, he knows. He's got the book. So switch out that jabber. It becomes wet and the paint comes off eventually. It's soft at the bottom. All right. Well, he should be pretty safe up there, to be honest. Should be safe.
So what happens? He sweats by himself, does he? That sluggy.
Yeah. Right, the kids are about to venture through here, so there could be some noise in the background. The real life of a YouTuber continues on live streams. There's no editing here. A welcome, Universal Collector. Evening.
You're right,
for
Matt?
you. For me, it's morning. It's 10:30 a.m. Oh, hello, Chelsea. My little pad one. Are you bringing me half of my clothes, are you? Thank you. Okay, thank you. I don't need it. Want to say hi?
See you later, TK. Have a good one, mate.
See you, TK. Take it easy, buddy. Thanks for jumping in. Yeah. Say hi.
Hello.
He's in your bloody face. She's a big fan of Bossk, by the way. She loves my Bossk figure. She always tries to grab it.
She knows the score.
She does. He did. Say hi. Oh look, what's that? What's that? Who's this stranger? Daydreaming. Right. Any other questions I wanted to ask you while I'm remembering? Oh, we've got someone else in here. Hello and welcome. Oh, hello, Star Wars Mania. Thanks for joining us. See, everyone that's in now wasn't in with the usual mic one because that was at night time. So it's good to see the time of the days really makes a bit of a difference here. If we get those X6 in the next wave, no doubt that's the guy responsible for this much production coming out. Oh, careful, dear.
Who's responsible for so much product coming out? I'm not too
sure. Yeah, 3:30 in the afternoon. Where are you, Solo? 3:30 in the afternoon.
He's in the States, and he's Sean.
Oh, right. It's a good time, I guess, then, all around. What's that? Do you have a favourite movie? Personally, mine's always been Return of the Jedi. I love Return of the Jedi.
Yeah,
I think you're an Empire fan.
No, Return of the Jedi was the first one I saw in the cinema.
Oh, so right.
I've got very fond memories of watching it in the cinema and then buying figures on the way home in our local toy shop.
Oh, I could imagine that. Yeah, I remember that when I was a kid.
I actually think I saw Jedi before Return of the Jedi. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I think I saw Jedi before Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, wow. So you jumped straight in the deep end then.
In 83, I was 6 or 7.
Yeah, so I'm at 81, so I missed the first couple till I knew.
Yeah,
but yeah, Jedi is probably the same for me. Yeah,
I mean, I'd seen Star Wars definitely.
Yeah. All right.
But then I remember seeing Jedi in the cinema, and then I think I was around a friend's house, and he had Empire Strikes Back on. I don't know if it was out on VHS by then or not, but we were watching it in his lounge. I remember vividly.
Oh, cool.
It. But yeah, Jedi for me. Cool. I mean, it's probably not the best Star Wars film, but it's my favourite Star Wars film. It's got everything,
For me, yeah. Because for the time when that saw there was, it was just awesome, especially how it started at Jabba's palace. That was such an awesome draw into, what else is going to happen from here? Then he whips out his lightsaber and chops them all up. It's awesome.
Yeah, and then you got the whole Endor scene. You've got and then the best space battle going.
Agreed.
Endor at the top. And for me, one of the best bits is the lightsaber duel. The music.
Yes, I'm absolutely right. Right at the end, that whole No,
I could
I
watch
fully
them.
agree. And that for me, I don't know if you ever watched my reveal trailer, my reaction trailer. I'm not sure if it was in that or not, but obviously in The Rise of Skywalker, how she goes to the Death Star and walks into the room, and there's the old throne sitting there. First time I saw that, I think on a trailer, I was like, you know, this Death Star. Now that was the image I got, was holy hell, they're going back to the Death Star. What could happen here? It's amazing. Yeah, Jedi.
Yeah.
That's why I really can't wait for the 40th, because it's just going to be the best. There's going to be
Yeah.
so much I'm going to be excited for. I need to save now.
Yeah, they will bring a lot out.
Who knows what they're going to release? You know, if you take Empire's 40th, you know, we got the Slave One. We got, what else was it? The Speeder and the Black Series. You know, what are they going to give us for Jedi? Yeah. I am surprised we didn't see an AT-AT or ST at all in this 40th stuff, even in the VC. Mind you, they did it for the Mandalorian, so that's probably why they didn't bother.
Yeah.
Easy repaint, though. Easy repaint.
Yeah, and there was one brought out back in 2011 or whatever, but yeah, they could have done it up or whatever. But they can't win.
Right,
they can't win really, because whatever they do, you know, if they bring out something that they brought out before, they'll get slammed for repacking. And if they bring out something new, then people will go, "Oh, it's the 40th. Where's the Scout Walker?" Do you know what I mean? So
well, that's right. Yeah, but I feel now we're going to see some similar. You know, with the 3-packs, do you reckon we'll see like an Ewok pack with 3 Ewoks in the vintage? That'd be quite cool.
That's definitely a possibility. Yeah, that'd
be cool. There'd be something nice to see.
With the Endor Heroes thing that came out with it, when it was like when it was actually called Endor Heroes, that's definitely the sort of thing they would usually do with like a 3-pack, because they're all named something. So like you've got the Jedi Destiny pack or whatever it's called for the Luke Skywalker. Yeah. Previous ones that came out in years gone by, you know, you've got Bespin pack or whatever, you know, they're always named something. So it sounded like
that's right.
A 3-pack vintage collection, and that, because those figures are desperate for, you know, we need we've had a Han Solo quite recently, but we definitely need a Leia and Luke Endor with their ponchos updated in the 3 3/4.
Yeah, so well, that's absolutely right.
I mean, the Luke, whew, that Luke looks incredible.
So we'll probably get a similar thing like with the Black Series, like a 3-pack indoor pack maybe of the VC with Leia, Luke, and Han and their indoor gear. That would be cool.
That's what I thought. I think that's what a lot of people thought it was going to be when they heard the rumors of it, you know. So when it came out, the Black Series, it was like, oh, that's a bit odd, especially as you say, it's kind of the Jedi, and it's a bit out of left field, isn't it? You know that it's
like the Black Series Ewoks
pack.
I thought they'd be focusing more on the Empire stuff rather than anything with that for now, because you know when that comes out, I guarantee we're going to see a lot of repacks on the 40th cards, like all these Ewoks coming out. You know, we're just going to see repacks all over again. So yeah, they could have waited, but you know, there's a lot more. But I mean, we're always going to ask for more variety and more this and that. But we're just the fans at the end of the day.
We're not going to stop there, because now they've done Tebow, and you've got the Paploo in that pack. You know, your wicket is inevitable. You're going to get a 6-inch wicket. Low grey Chief Chirper. It's inevitable. They've got
all the main ones will come.
Tebow and Paploo, or whatever his name is. You've got to do the main ones. You've got to do Wicket, Chirper, and Low Grey. They're the 3 main dudes, aren't they? So,
I'll predict it now, eh? Either a Black Series or a VC play set of Endor. Probably VC more likely, because they did something quite a while back, but I think it was a Lego thing I saw, but it might have been a mock-up. But yeah, I have seen a Lego mock-up of Endor, which would be quite cool to see in any form, to be honest.
Yeah, as
Oh,
I
my
say,
good friend, there one way.
we're desperate for a Luke poncho and a Leia poncho. Desperate for updates of those, and on the original
Absolutely
card back.
right.
You know, as this, you know, so that this card back, but vintage collection.
That's a good one.
That's what we need.
I
That's
like
what we
that.
need.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we see her, because she was one of the votes in the new archive. Was it Archive Wave? But she didn't win. Something like, I can't remember the full details. But she was one of the votes that everyone wanted. Slave Leia, or
Yeah, slave Leia.
Jabba's Leia, they call it now, because it's. Thanks for joining us down one way, Gray. I have not seen you in a while, my friend, and thank you for stopping in. I've watched him for a very long time, and he's a great dude.
Who's that? Sorry, One Gray.
Day One Gray. He reviews lightsabers, and yeah, he's a great channel to check out. Yeah.
Because Sean's selling their gaming greats.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what's going to happen with the gaming greats, because the Black Series is moving to those new boxes, right?
Yes.
So you've got Tebow, for example, coming out in the new box. When they do these gaming greats, are they going to keep with the style of box that they've done them in already, or are they going to adopt the new style of box? And then if they do adopt the new style of box, are they going to fit in with other things? You know, or will?
Good point.
You know what I mean? Because
they keep it the same.
They join up, don't they? You know?
Yeah, well, that's it. So I wonder if they'll like keep the carbonized and the those the same, and those original boxes still.
Yeah.
You'll hop down.
Or if they do update them, then they could have, like, you know, Battlefront 2 in red or whatever, and then have 5.
That's correct. Yeah.
Like that. If it's
a good way.
Thing, which it seems, those gaming greats, they're quite popular, aren't they? People like those.
They are. They actually are. Like, I've still only got the one which TK sent me, but yeah, they're all quite a nice looking figure though. Quite like they're a lot of stormtroopers.
It's such an easy one for them to do, isn't it? It's like, here's a stormtrooper.
It is.
Paint in 3 different colours and you know, stick them in the gaming greats.
So I actually clicked. Well, I don't know if I clicked on something, but I noticed a small pattern on the carbonized. And because we've only got 3 of this new wave, haven't we, so far? Where there was 4. So what I clicked on, and I don't know if anyone else has, but with the first wave, we got Sith Trooper. Now we've got a Stormtrooper. We got the carbonized Jump Trooper, First Order Jet Trooper. And then we got Boba Fett. So there is similarity. Then we've got the second sister. Now we've got Darth Vader. So there's a similar one to come out. So the other one was the Mandalorian. So who is the 4th one? We don't know yet. Will it be a carbonized Beskar armor?
Don't know.
But you see what I mean, though, right? Each one's got a similar pattern to the next one.
Yeah.
So the 4th one will likely be a good character, if anything.
Yeah. I hadn't thought about that. I really don't know what it could, if there is a 4th one, what it would be.
Yeah. I just clicked when I was moving them. Yeah. Just one of those little things I noticed.
I mean, the first wave they all came out at the same time, didn't they? For was it Triple Force Friday? They all came out, those.
Yes. Yep. Last year.
And each retailer had one of their own, didn't they?
I believe. Over here we've got Farmers, which as the place you wouldn't really expect anything like that. You know, they're more of a, clothing, toys, not really a collectible world. But Star Wars NZ is an Instagrammer I follow. After that Force Friday, I got my Mandalorian in there. I literally sat down to set up to do my review the next day. I checked my Instagram and Star Wars NZ was showing Farmers had the carbonized. What? I vanished out the door so fast and got there, and box of gold got opened in front of me. Straight home and reviewed them both, and happened to be my first big video. So,
well, you know the first order jump trooper, is it the white one?
Yep.
You know
pig warming.
that was an exclusive for Smiths over here, and they're just everywhere now.
Yeah, see, that same was with farmers, but they still have them today. They still have them today. They're just pig warming. But the other two, really hard to get. I actually did a trade with the two people, and got those through a trade.
The Mandalorian one, some extra stock of the Mandalorian one came out last couple of days on Star Action Figures here in the UK. So a lot of people that missed out the first time have managed to pick him up.
Oh, well, that's good. It's the same as the Mandalorian. Yeah, he was so popular that he's popping back up again now, and he's still popular. But I've watched a couple of videos lately of sorry, I'm just a bit chilly in this room, of like the top most expensive Black Series figures. And the white box Mandalorian is right up there as quite a rare, hard to find figure now.
Oh god, yeah.
That's the first. I mean, I could have got him, but I thought to myself, it ruins the black and red look to what I've got here. I don't want that.
You could only get those over if you bought the whole set.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You had to order the whole.
You can still get some of them here online on EB Games.
You had to
but
order
not the Mandalorian.
Those.
Oh, that's a bit sucky because I don't.
People were just selling the Mandalorian for 120 quid.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And some people will pay it. Quick catch up on our comments here. Good to see Tebow, Steve. Love the they've done a good sculpt on that, to be honest. That new Ewok.
Paploo.
And even on a stick, they've got they've done a very good job at that.
Yeah, no, it does look good.
Carbon. Yep, cheapest and easiest to find.
Yes.
Ugly milk colour. The box is nice. Like, the box has got a nice sort of shine to it, but apart from that, like, I don't even have the standard one of that. I've only got the carbonized one of it, and I just didn't see the point of worrying about it.
They fly now.
Hey? Yeah. Oh, that was hilarious. Hey, Bubs.
Not really my thing, those.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. If they put one out of the collection on a card back, I'd snap it up, but it wouldn't be my favourite figure by any stretch, But I still have to have it. It's
like the Sith jump troopers, they're just red. That's why I've not been too over the moon about it. But it's just the colour, really. I don't need it. What I would like is those Emperor's Guards from the Rise of Skywalker at the end. Yes. I really hope to see them pop up of all things. I really do.
And the Imperial like guards or whatever with the red.
The Royal Guard?
Not the Royal Guard. So General Pride, the new bad guy, when he's standing on the bridge of one of the Star Destroyers, he's flanked by two, like, I don't know, I suppose you could call them Death Star commanders or Death Squad commanders.
Right.
But, they've got the weird shaped helmets.
Oh, I think I know the ones.
They've got like a red band around them. They're
yes. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, they will be cool, actually. Because I quite like that red and black that they implemented for the Final Order. How they had the red and the black look to them. That looked quite cool, actually. Really did. And the Emperor too, I really want, even if they just release a robe, we've got the figure, we just need the robe.
Yeah.
But if they did re-release the figure, I think they should re-release the Emperor before he fixed himself in the movie at the end, because we've got him like that. So him as deformed with that robe's all we need to mix and match, you see.
Yeah.
So that'd be a good way to do it. Yeah, even with his bloody pod thingy looking like a zombie. Supposed to have the 40th new wave lit yet. See, we've only got the first wave over here of the 40th still. I'm gutted. Really need to get some more of those. What did you guys think of The Last Jedi? Personally, I didn't mind it. I've got no big issues with it, but it could have been better. There's a lot they could have improved on, but I personally didn't hate the movie. Your turn. I'm mute now.
Hate's a strong word. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I can't watch it though anymore.
Right. Fair enough.
Because I can't. It's not the. I've said this before on various things. It's not the whole man baby thing. It's not the you did the story in the way that I didn't think it was going to be. It's not that. It's just the tone of it and the speed of it. It's actually boring.
Yeah, I can agree with that part. It is
comedy. I mean, people go, "Oh, but there's comedy in all Star Wars films." Yeah, there is funny comedy. Yeah, that's the thing about comedy. It's got to be funny. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's correct. I think they overdid it in that. Yeah, they overdid it in that one.
First Star Wars film.
But I read it.
I was sitting there, and I looked at my brother because we always go together. He's not as massive Star Wars as me. He loves them. You know, we used to play with the toys and that. And he was he kept looking at me to see my reactions, because when the mama joke happened, I looked at him, he looked at me, and I was like, "What? This just feels weird and feels wrong." And then when Luke did the thing, and I think even some of the biggest
that was
defenders, the people that go, "Oh, you're just moaning," whatever, they even say that the tossing of the lightsaber was probably a step too far, and Luke just wouldn't have done.
I was a bit.
I don't care if he's like backed away from the Force or whatever. He would respect the lightsaber.
That is very true.
That is why they made him say that in the next film, and it was a bit of a kick.
So I'm assuming that's because when she chucks it and he grabs it, that's probably their way of trying to make up for what happened in that movie from the backlash they got.
He says that's no way. That's no respect to way to respect the Jedi weapon or something. He's
trying to say, I shouldn't have thrown it. Okay, I shouldn't have thrown it, but I did, and I'm sorry.
But Luke would never have done it in the first place. That's the thing. And that's where I just think, I'm not going to have a go at Rian Johnson too much, but that's just where he just got some fundamental things wrong about certain characters.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's just a bit boring. At the end of the day, it's just a chase, isn't it? They're just chasing the ship, and then they go off.
That's exactly right.
And then you have a bit of a fight, which looks like Hoth. And to tell you it's not Hoth, they make someone go, it's salt. You know?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
The
whole sequel trilogy, they were trying to make it The Force Awakens suffers because it's very much like A New Hope. It's got the same heartbeat. It's got the same, a lot of it's generally the same story, but with different characters.
Yeah, absolutely right.
The Last Jedi tried to completely go the opposite direction of that, and then the next one just tried to pull it all back, and that's why it's so disjointed for me. But I can see.
I've read.
The Last Jedi was like a spoof movie. That's exactly how I felt about it. I was like, I didn't think what I was watching was real when I was watching it at the time.
Yeah.
And the Leia flying thing, I was like, that's just because I think had Carrie not died at that point, I don't know.
True.
She died filming it, right? That would have been like a great send off, like.
Good point.
Have her floating off into space or something, with some sad music or something.
Yeah.
It was just weird. It was weird.
It is. I agree with Day One Gray here. Yeah. And there as well. Snoke died too easily. I agree with that. And Luke should have. Because when I watched The Last Jedi, and then Luke comes along and he goes to walk out, and that scene where he goes to walk out the door, I was like, this is the moment we've been waiting for. he is going to kick some ass. And he didn't. So I was very disappointed that, it could have been a lot better, that scene.
See,
I really reckon they could have made the most of it.
I didn't mind the whole force projection thing. I thought that was, maybe a quite a clever thing to do, I suppose, learning a new skill or whatever. Yeah. But then another fundamental thing was, and I haven't really heard a good sort of argument about why they did that, is the color of the lightsaber. It's just these small things, why has he got the blue lightsaber?
True.
And Ben Solo never knew him with the blue lightsaber. There's even a flashback of him about to,
and he's got the green one.
So why has he got the blue one?
And it just been broken, but we didn't click on that straight away at the moment. But that lightsaber had just been broken in two, like Kylo and Rey.
So
but
it was just odd.
Few things that didn't match on it. Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right.
So I just can't. I think I've seen it twice. Once at the cinema.
Yeah.
No, twice at the cinema actually, because I wanted to go and see it again on my own in a showing where there wasn't many people. It was just me, sort of about maybe 10 people in there towards the end of its life in the cinema. I just wanted to sit there and watch it again just to make sure I hadn't imagined it. And
fair enough.
And then when it came out on Blu-ray or whatever, I got it because I've got all the others, so I've got to have it.
Exactly
and I watched
right.
it with my family, and
pretty sure I've only watched it a couple of times as well. It's something about it just makes you not want to watch it in a hurry.
Thanks for reminding me about it, Sean. Cheers, mate. You brought up all the demons.
Was that one?
You're killing me.
Good man, hardcore fan. Still my childhood. Sequel movie. New sequel movie
about the Lando. So if this new Lando show is true.
Oh, there's a Lando show. I didn't hear that.
Yeah. So with Donald Glover,
could be an interesting one.
Then it mentioned about, because old Lando says, "Oh, I was with Luke trying to find the Wayfinder," which was another bit of a ridiculous concept as far as I'm concerned. But they could have maybe I don't know how they would do it. An actor that looks a bit like him, or that face, the thing that they use to do the Jedi training with Leia. I don't know.
Yeah,
there could be a bit where Lando is with Luke after Return of the Jedi, which. So.
Sorry, his daughter was running past.
Harry doesn't.
I hate this.
Doesn't see the point.
Canto Bright scene.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, I didn't like that entire scene from beginning to end. It was ridiculous. So
they introduced Rose to give Finn, because Finn was basically marginalized in the film.
Right.
But he was like a big character in the first one, wasn't he? All the posters for the Force Awakens were making out he was going to be the Force sensitive guy, and there was rumors that they even allude to it in the Rise of Skywalker that he is. That's what he wants to tell Rey, that he's got the Force. But they marginalized him in the second film, made him go off to some weird casino place, and they had to bring Rose in to legitimize that scene and that arc of Finn.
Give him someone to talk to.
And Rose's characters. I mean, nothing against the actress, it's just crap, isn't it?
Yeah, she was a reasonably pointless character and all.
She was so pointless. JJ couldn't use her in the next one.
Absolutely, yeah. She was a background character, really, wasn't she? Because he was off with the
people were really annoyed about
with
that.
Vijana instead.
But what was he going to do with her?
That's correct. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, she was never a big one, because I heard she wasn't even going to be in it, the number 9, but they must have tried to find her a way in there.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Just sit after Solo. Do you guys own the Rose figure? Nah. I've got no Black Series roses myself. Excuse me, not supposed to be on the table.
I've got the 3.75 inch Black Series version, and I only got it because I needed to do the video for all of them. And
got you.
if I'm honest, it's actually
Get
a really
fillers.
good figure of her. You know, it's got all the articulation and everything. The face sculpt looks decent enough for what it's just a boring character, isn't she? She doesn't do anything. So.
That's right. Hop down. Sorry, baby keeps getting on the table. Back in the last Jedi, I saw someone on set. I got a Canterbury coin in a... Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. 99p, yeah, I'd probably pay that much myself. What, £5? An alien. Free pack. Oh, that was the Force one.
Yeah.
The 2 droids. Yeah, I would have got it purely for the droids myself as well.
The best one is the 3.75-inch Black Series one.
And I agree.
The scary thing is that they could repack her into the vintage collection and give her a vintage card. I don't think they will do it though, because it wouldn't sell that great, would it? Let's be honest. So
yeah, she's an old character now that no one really needs. All right, we're back down here now. Moment. So we go back into my handy dandy notebook. I'm actually a very curious question I wanted to ask you. What was your first figure? Do you know what your first figure was? Star Wars figure?
Yeah. It was Christmas, and I got 3 or 4 at the same time. So
nice.
And it was Obi-Wan, R2, 3PO, and Luke Skywalker. So I remember getting those all at the same time, sort of thing. And I'm pretty sure they're on Empire cards, so it would have been 81, 82, just before Return of the Jedi. Most of my figures that I got when I was a kid were on Jedi card packs, because when I was
the same here.
As I say, when I went to see Return of the Jedi, I remember vividly walking home with my brother, stopping for a shop called Gamley's and buying. He bought the Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight, and I bought a Scout biker Scout.
Cool.
All along this, we live on the beach, by the sea, on the south of England, and I remember walking on the seafront, just playing with them, as we were sort of. But then that was like peak Star Wars for me. I was 6, 7. Return of the Jedi had just come out, and every birthday and Christmas, every time I went shopping with my mum, I'd be like, "There's a figure, there's a figure." I remember all the last 17, the Lando General, and when Luke Skywalker Stormtrooper came out in 85, I think it was. I thought it was the best thing ever.
Oh, I would imagine that. Yeah, I vaguely remember that
scene, that figure. When you've watched Star Wars so many times, and you've watched Han Solo and Luke Skywalker dress up and disguise themselves as the Stormtroopers, to get Luke. I mean, the tragedy is that we didn't get Han Solo, but to have Luke and stick his helmet on, and it didn't look the same as a proper Stormtrooper, because obviously it's a removable helmet. But to have them in that sort of game was just quality.
Oh, absolutely right.
But yeah, those were my first.
Well, good night, Steve, too. Hopefully you've probably gone now, but good night. Tune's corner's gone. I thought it was my first. Yeah, I'd love to remember. Mine was probably very similar. It would have been, a Luke or a Stormtrooper or a Vader back when I was a kid. But my recollection, we'll call it my recollection, which is now, would have been the episode 3 stuff, was my first pre-purchase. But in the Black Series line, that was, apart from the lightsabers, as a figure, would be the Blast Accessories Stormtrooper exclusive.
Right.
Because the warehouse had them on their website, and there was heaps. I actually had people messaging me. Oh, crap. Sorry. Spitting out my earpiece. Asking me to get them and pick them up, and that's where I did my 2 trades for the other 2 carbonizers with those figures. So worked out well.
I was one of the people that went mad for all the Power of the Force stuff, and
I remember having all of that.
I went absolutely mental for the Phantom Menace stuff. You know,
Yeah.
it's like 1999, so I was like 20 something, but I didn't care. I was like, look at this, Star Wars figures are back, you know, and everyone just
that's
thought,
right.
oh, these might be, because that's when, you know, vintage figures started to, the value of them started becoming apparent, or even before that, you know, early 90s, you know, mid 90s.
Yeah.
But when the Phantom Menace ones, everyone thought these are just going to go up in value, so everyone just bought truckloads of them, you know.
Yeah.
But then I must admit I didn't really buy much of the Attack of the Clones and the Revenge of the Sith stuff. I had a few of them, just not many.
Yeah.
And then when the vintage collection started, I mean, I was in the middle of buying a house and getting married and things like that. So I came a bit late to the party with those. But I remember picking some of them up. I remember when they released the Blu-ray specials, the Blu-ray deleted scenes ones. I remember seeing them on the pegs.
Yeah.
Picking up some of those and just thinking, wow, these are amazing, you know, vintage style card backs with modern figures. And that's
right.
That's what got me hooked on them, really.
Yeah, they definitely look the part, don't they? I wouldn't remember what mine was, but what would be yours? And see you, Sean Solo. He's got a customer. He's working. I appreciate it, my friend.
First one, I think it's the Falcon. I remember one birthday. I think it's probably my birthday when I was 7. I remember getting the Scout Walker and the X-Wing. So I got the Scout Walker off my parents, and we used to live with my grandma. My grandma used to live with us, and off my grandma I got the X-Wing. So I got the X-Wing and the Scout Walker.
Oh, cool.
That again, Jedi boxes. But I think a few years before that, I got the Falcon, and it's up there. That's nice. That is it. That's my childhood.
Your original?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
And I've still got the box. It's in a terrible state. It's in my loft, but I've still got the box.
That's good, though. You still got it.
My brother bought it for me, and he was only, you know, if I was like 6 or something, he was probably 10. But what had happened was, like, I don't know why at 10, but some of his friends were like coming out of liking Star Wars toys, and they sold him the Falcon for, I think, like £2 at the time, because I think they retailed at 20 quid. But it was complete. You know, when I opened it on Christmas Day, I thought it was brand new. It was only later on that he told me that he got it off his mate for £2. So I treasured that as well. Do you know what I mean? Because, like, me and my brother, we used to fight a lot when we were kids. But so for him to buy me something so massive, and I just played with it all the time, and I've just still got it. I'll never sell that thing. Never sell it.
I wish I still had some of my original stuff. I mean, the oldest thing I would have now, like as a collection figure, I've got a 1990 Skeletor from He-Man. He stands proudly on the corner of the shelf, scaring everyone as they walk in the door. But yeah, he's the oldest figure I've got now. I
remember getting some
wish
of the
I had all the old stuff
back in the 80s. Still into Star Wars, so I got some. I remember one Christmas I got some Star Wars, some He-Man, and some Transformers. I started getting really heavily into Transformers when I was, I don't know, 8 or 9 or whatever. It's like the comics and all the toys.
I was when I was young.
But He-Man, I remember getting Man-at-Arms, He-Man, and Skeletor, and I don't really think I got any more than that. They weren't really my thing, sort of thing. But I had a couple of them.
Yeah, He-Man, Turtles, Star Wars, and what was it? Thundercats. All of that stuff I grew up and absolutely fell in love with. I'd love to see a new He-Man done right. None of this Dolph Lundgren stuff. No, where was the tiger even? You didn't even see it. It's ridiculous. But I'd love to see a proper one of that actually be done, and some cool figures to come from it too. So I think they would do a good job if someone did it right. It's like Mortal Kombat. I don't know if you watch or follow the Mortal Kombat stuff, but the movies that came out, they were an M rating. And anyone that is a Mortal Kombat fan, it's never been lower than an R. Like, why would you make a movie and downgrade it? Well, we know Mortal Kombat, but you're not delivering that.
You need all finishing moves, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I'd
mean,
like to see something new.
Turtles and Mask just came a little bit late for me. When
Oh,
Turtles
yeah, I
came over
remember
here,
Mask.
Turtles was what, 1990? I want to say 89,
Yeah,
90,
around that
probably.
time, yeah.
So I was
I think
like,
it was late 80s, yeah.
13, 14 by then. I was out on my skateboard, you know.
Yeah, see,
Getting
I
really
was
into skate,
I was
really into
around 8,
skateboarding.
9 then, so I was sort of semi-home and not out as much as I am those days. But yeah, to remember a lot
Yeah.
of those classic stuff. You can't beat a lot of it now. Everyone's
See you,
going to
Dave, mate.
bed. Need to say good
Good to see you,
night.
mate.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for stopping by, and we will see you next time.
Dave, I'm doing a live stream tomorrow as well. Tomorrow night, if you want to hop on, say hello.
Cool. I'll try and check that out. What are you doing at the same time? Is it tomorrow night?
I'm doing from 9 p.m.
Oh yes, 9 p.m. So it'll be a
So
little bit early. I'll try and catch you in the morning.
Might be
No?
7:30
Yes?
for
No?
you, something
Yes.
like that.
Yeah, that's
So,
right. I'll keep
yeah,
an eye out anyway, as I do.
I've got my friend Chris on with me, and Only One Kenobi might be joining us later on as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So,
I'll
yeah,
be
Dave.
around.
Yes. Cheers, Dave. Yeah, I'll see you there, mate.
Thanks, buddy. Cool.
Dave's a good man. He's been watching my videos for a long time.
He is. That's Star Wars Mania, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that Dave? Yep. Yeah, he's followed me on Instagram and YouTube for a while. He's a good man. He is. G-Force Battle of the Planets.
Battle of the
Yes,
Planets.
I love watching
that
stuff.
Centurions.
Yeah, new.
I love all those cartoons.
Yeah, Centurions. I like him too. I watch you. I watch Centurions. Only One Kenobi. Day One Grey. G Tier is one I've watched for many years. He's a small channel, but he's an interesting channel. I think he was here earlier actually. But yeah, there's a small group of us that sort of mingle with each other. I've noticed it's quite interesting, weird how it works, but cool as well. Small communities that we are. I mean, there's so many of us out there. It is hard to do what we do. So every view and like and comments definitely appreciated all around. Really helps the channels grow. What are you doing? Don't grab that. Oh, the demon's
YouTube,
back.
Yeah, YouTube. It's a slog.
It is. It's a difficult road. Like I had a good year last year, but things have slowed down a bit this year. But I mean, that's my collecting as well. But that's just the real life of us human beings. Money and life still continues. Kids still want stuff. Hey. The rat bag. Eating the banana. Cool. Yeah, 37.6 in here still. Carry on for a little bit longer, and then we'll jump off if you like. Any questions you've got?
How many watching?
We've got 6 at the moment.
Oh.
We've had up to on the mental in the lounge up to 12 at one stage.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty good. I like that. I'm a little channel, so I don't expect a massive follow for these, but I very much enjoy doing them.
The chat and whatever.
That's it. Very, very cool, to be honest. It's something different I've never done before. It's something very cool to be able to talk to you guys. You guys are my inspiration and the reason I started and even do it today. So appreciate you guys taking the time out to come and jump in and chat with me.
You know what's weird though? I'll tell you what is weird about that is that people have said that to me like recently. A couple of different people have said it, and I find it weird, like to hear that because I'm just like a bloke that just does videos. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, same here, and that's how I, once we've made a video or we're getting ready to do a video, it's like, right, you finish making the video, now it's like life continues, but I guess still got so much more to do for that video. But yes, there's a lot involved in what we do, and especially, and I take my hat off to you guys for the news videos, because doing them myself now, honestly, they're so time consuming. It really does take a lot to make, a 6-7 minute video like that. It takes, so long to do.
Yeah, well, they're the ones I own. So when I review figures, I try and sort of just speak from the gut about what I'm thinking about the figure,
Same.
and I obviously cut bits out where I mess up and things like that.
Yeah,
Try and make it as good looking as possible, I guess.
that's a
Um,
big thing for me.
um,
I'm very visual.
but
It's got
but
to
the
look
new
good.
the sort of roundup videos about what's coming out and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
they're difficult. They're time consuming because I write a script. So I write a
Oh,
script
yes.
about what I want to say, because otherwise, and then sometimes when I'm recording and I'm trying to read the script, and then I start going off on a tangent, and then I mess up
I
about
do
what
that at the end
I
all the
mess up
time.
what I'm trying to say,
Yeah,
and I actually say out loud to myself, "Stick to the script. You've already written
yeah,
this you've already written this saying it out loud, and you've written it on a bit of
yeah,
paper or on a computer screen. Stick to that,
absolutely.
because that's fine. That's what you wanted to say." So, but then once you've got that audio clip, to then put all the images and the timing and the
Yeah,
the way they move and zoom in, and
coming in and out, absolutely.
those videos for me, they take the longest,
Yeah,
but they're also
the
the most
ins and the
rewarding
outs.
because they get the
Exactly.
views,
I
so
agree. Yeah, they do. Everyone seems to like my biggest videos. I've been all my news videos. Absolutely. Like one's nearly had 4,000, which was the first ever news video I did. So,
mm.
but yeah, the time it takes to go in and make them, it's a long haul. You
Yeah,
get the photos, cut
I've
them, put it
I've always
together.
done them without calling them news, I guess, because I
Yeah,
mean I know Mike gets news. He's got news somehow every
I
couple of
know.
days. He's got a news video, but he gets news out of
I agree.
something or other. I mean, I'll report on the big things that are, when there's big
Same.
reveals and there's lots of things to talk about. I'll make one big video about it. But I've taken my hat off to usual Mike, because he manages to
Absolutely.
make a news video when he must he looks on Instagram, and I haven't got the time for that, if I'm
He's
honest.
same here. He searches far and wide. I've actually chatted to him about that before, and yeah, it's for him to making a video. It takes him quite a long time to do it, I believe. Obviously, with the life as well, and
Mm.
yeah, they're very time
And he's
consuming.
in
And I
front of
mean,
the
he
he's in front of the
hunts.
camera, so that's
Yeah,
that's hard, isn't it?
I find it hard. Yeah, like I
I don't do
prefer to
any of my
be.
videos in front of the camera. I only do
No,
live
I've
streams.
seen that. Just the streams, and I'm the same. I'll only ever be on this side of the camera for my streams and that. So otherwise, you just see my hands and what I'm doing. Because you don't need
Mm.
to see me. You're not here to watch me. You're here to listen to me and see what I'm doing. I assume. Let me know otherwise.
It's all about the
Yeah,
figures, isn't it? People want to see the
well,
figures.
that's it. That's absolutely right. I fully agree
So,
with that. That's what we're all doing it for.
mm.
Cool.
But I think people that want to do it, if that's what
Mm,
become or make videos on YouTube, I think you've got to want to do it because you love the thing that you're talking about.
yes.
You
Yeah,
know,
the passion helps
if you
drive the
want to do it
video.
because you think, I don't know, you're going to get money out of it eventually or whatever. I mean, I make very little money out of my videos.
I would
Very,
imagine. And
very
I mean,
little.
you got to get there first. So, it's a long process to probably get where you're going because I don't know. You could probably answer the question, but what point do you need to be at to actually start earning something back from YouTube? Is it a subscribe number or views?
You need 1,000 subscribers,
Okay.
and then you need 4,000 watch hours
Wow.
in the past 12 months. So it has to be a rolling 12 months,
Okay. Got
4,000
ya.
watch hours. And I
That's a
actually got
lot.
to 1,000 subscribers, but didn't have the watch hours for
Got ya.
3 months after hitting 1,000 subscribers. Whereas some people
Okay.
hit the 1,000, but they've already got the watch hours because they might do live streams or stream, game
Yeah.
streaming or whatever. Um, but even being monetized, as they call it, um, it's not a lot of money, you know.
No,
There's
no.
not
Unless you're massive, it's not
unless you're
gonna.
getting millions of views a month.
True.
You're not gonna live off of it, you know.
It's
Every
change,
person
pocket
I know
money.
that does what we do has a day job, you know.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
not it's just something you do in your spare time, and it gives you a little bit of extra money that you might be able to buy some figures with each month. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, yeah. That's what it's about. It's a good thing at the end of it all. If you can get a little something back for yourself for what you do, it's a good drive as well, I guess. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, this week
Yeah, man.
I've done 5 videos this week. I don't think I've ever done
That's
that.
crikey.
I've done
No.
five days in a row, and I'm knackered.
Yeah, I could imagine. So you'll be ready to get to bed soon.
But it's just tiring, you know, because you're in the front of the computer screen, editing,
Well, that's it. Takes it out of you, yeah. That's
But
why I
then when
don't
you
stare at the TV too
but then when
much.
you do see the views, because you are putting that much effort in, then you want to do more. But you've got to be careful because you just don't want to burn yourself out and just get yourself, you know.
No, I agree. So I generally do one video a week now, purely because I don't have the content like I used to. Because I used to do 2 to 3 videos a week when I was going through the stacks. But generally everything's reviewed except a couple. Like I've got the original, the first layer with the horrible face sculpt in the Black Series, and it's just I wouldn't even show that on camera.
Yeah.
I think I compared it with the 40th one, that the Hoff one, because that one there is such a good facial sculpt of Leia.
Yeah.
Such a good figure, that one. Because you received the first 2 from Hasbro, didn't you? The first waves in a box. Of the Black Series 40th. Yeah, that one there. Yeah.
But that's the first time I've ever received anything for doing this. You
So
know?
how did that work? Because I've always been curious on how Hasbro work. Like, do they contact you or did you contact them?
No, they contact you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, though. It's just randomly email you or something.
Yeah, they just see. Yeah, I mean, obviously they've got teams of people watching what's going on. You know, it's not just YouTubers. They've got people that have got websites. They've got Instagrammers. So if you've just
everyone's
got a large
in there
Instagram,
watching. So do you always had the hashtag Hasbro to your stuff? So that's seen or no? Oh wow! So they just obviously look at what they do, and that's good to know. It's
well,
a little things that help.
You know, they know what they're searching for, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh,
there you go.
Hello,
yeah,
Solo Kogo's Hole. It's been a while.
Universal Collectors there, so do it for the passion, absolutely. Because if you
think
you get money out of it, you're not. There's no money.
No,
there's
you
not
spend
no
more
money.
than you earn.
No money, but there's not. You know, YouTube take 50. YouTube take you get 55%. They take 45% of any ad revenue, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say you're getting $5 per 1,000 views. You're only actually getting $2 and a bit per 1,000 views, and that's dollars. So in pounds, that's like £1.80. And if a video gets you 2,000 views, you've made a couple of quid. You know,
yeah,
and it's a lot of work for that.
Absolutely,
couple of quid. You know, considering
you kind of don't want to think,
because if you think about what you get paid at your day job, you know, if how much you might get paid an hour, for example.
Yeah.
And a video takes you, I don't know, 6 hours or 5 hours to record, edit, upload, do all your tags, do your titles, do your thumbnail, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Once you've done all that, it's probably taken you 5 hours. You know,
exactly.
Would you work 5 hours for £2.50?
Exactly.
Wouldn't, would you?
It's because we do this because we love it. That's why. Exactly. Can't say the bad work.
You like talking about the figures and Star Wars in general, and just, you know, everyone loves it, don't they?
Yeah, well, that's absolutely right. Like I always say, we do it because we love it. And one of the reasons I like to do it is because it's like looking for a magnifying glass at your figure you've just got. So yeah, I can hold it in my hand, but you know, looking through your camera on your phone or whatever it may be, they're so good now that you can see all the little bits of detail that I can't see through the camera. And
Yeah.
that's what I really like, is seeing the little nitty-gritty bits and
Yeah,
going,
and
wow, look at all of that.
Yeah, and also when, you know, if you don't do what you're doing, you'd probably buy the figure, you'd get it out, you put it in a pose, and you put it on your shelf. And that's it. It sits on the shelf, and you look at it every now and then and go, oh, that's cool.
Absolutely.
But you're actually like really inspecting it, looking into it, working out what's good about it, what's bad about it.
Yeah.
But you said there you didn't have, you know, you said you didn't have the as much content as you used to have or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to just do reviews. You know,
Exactly.
you can create your whole channel around different things. So, for example, Universal Collector,
Yeah,
he started doing like top 10 videos and things like that, and people love all that. People love list videos.
Yeah, they do.
They like to hear
I've
your opinions
that.
about the figures that they've already got. It doesn't. It could be figures that
Absolutely.
came out 3 years ago. You know, if you look at some of the really popular videos on some of the bigger channels for like vintage Star Wars, some of their best videos are, you know, the 10 best vintage Star Wars figures.
The tops, because everyone does the reviews and that.
You're talking about figures that came out 40 years ago, but people are ranking them, and people want to know your opinion.
Exactly.
Where you rank them. Yeah. So you could do that with all the Black Series you've got. You could do, you know, your top 10 favorites, your top 10 worst. Be critical about some of the ones.
That's a good idea, actually. You know, I might have to do that. I know I did a top 7 or something of the last year's figures, I believe. But yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
To look into.
I mean, I remember I suffer from sleeping problems sometimes. I can't sleep sometimes. It's always been a bit of an issue. I just have trouble. I have trouble nodding off, you know. And the other night, I remember just lying there, and I thought, I'm just not going to get to sleep. So I got my phone out and I wrote down 30 video ideas, because I just used that time, because my mind was just going on about
I
thought, whatever, I'm just gonna let's do that, let's do this, do that, and then you get one idea, and it'll be like, well, I can adapt that idea and get maybe 4 or 5 different videos that are the same thing but different, you know.
Yeah.
So, for example, I did the good example is the worst to first Han Solo vintage collection figures. So now I can do that for Leia, I can do that for Luke, I can do that for clones, I can do that for troopers, I can do that for bounty hunters. I've got it all listed out.
Yeah, I could do that with the Luke Black series. There's so many of them.
So it's just, you know,
the latest ones are definitely the best ones.
But it's just the time, isn't it? Just the time.
Yeah, those videos. No. I just seen that video go up, Solly's cargo hold. I think it's the carbonized Boss Bounty just did it. The carbonized bounty hunter. There we go. I'm confused with bounty hunters.
I will watch yours, Dan, when I've finished on the stream. I'll give it a watch. Give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll do the same. Everyone else, check out each other's channels for all.
But yeah, Matt Universal Collector. He's like, I think I said to him on Twitter the other week. I said, mate, your videos are really, you know, you can tell people like are getting into, you know, an understanding of what works a bit more, you know, and then you just see the improvement of people's videos. I mean, I said it before, when I look at my first 50 videos, I think, my God, they're bloody awful.
I do that now.
This time, I'll probably look at the video I did last week and think, my God, that was bloody awful.
Yeah,
you know,
a little improvement.
Because you just want to improve all the time.
No worries, buddy. Thank you very much for stopping by. We'll see you later on. But yeah, I'm the same with mine. Like, I look back on, I started by doing just some, you know, gaming videos, but they never went anywhere, and there's too much of that happening anyway. So I just stopped. And then I bought 2 Force FX lightsabers a few years back on special on Christmas time. Vader's and Jedi Luke's. And I put them up real cheap, and I was like, you know, I might actually record these and put them on my wee channel. And I did. And that's where it started. And then I found Usual Mike, then I found you guys, and that's just taken me all the way up to where I am today. Just found the right interest that got me into it, to be honest. I was blocked out a lot for my my past relationship. I couldn't do much in that relationship. All I wanted to do was buy a transformer because I kept saying toys are so much cooler than they used to be now. Yeah, moved on with life, got a new partner. She let me buy a toy. Now she regrets it.
Don't they all, mate? Don't they all?
Oh, too right. It's grown. It's grown.
Yeah, it's a hard one to sort of, justify, isn't it?
Some
of the
it's
money
definitely an expensive hobby.
Yeah, some of the money that we spend when, a year's
Absolutely.
worth of that could be a new conservatory or something.
Well, the way I look at it is, I used to smoke cigarettes. I smoke a wee vape thing now, but they're next to nothing, and it's really, really weak. It's more of a novelty, to be honest. But I mean, when I was smoking, they're so ridiculously expensive here now that a 50 gram of tobacco is about $100 now. They've pushed it through the roof. So I look back at it and go, would I buy a packet of cigarettes or would I buy this figure? This ain't going to harm me, and this is going to last, and I'm going to enjoy it more. I'd rather take that, thanks. So that's how I look at it now, is I'd rather buy that than a cigarette, which is going to kill me. That's going to make me happier. So yeah, it's just a ridiculous waste of money.
I used to smoke, and it's a long time ago now, but I think I stopped smoking when they're about £4.50 a pack, and I actually couldn't believe they're over like £12 now for 20 cigarettes. £12.
It's gotten out of hand here. It's just crazy now.
That's more than a lot of people earn in an hour.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Minimum wage is like £8 or something, I think. You can't even buy a pack of cigarettes on an hour's work. Crazy.
Yeah, well, that's it. I don't understand.
It's a good thing, isn't it? It's a good thing.
It is.
People smoking.
Like, I don't know what it's like there, but quite often there's certain areas around here. I won't say any, but there's certain areas where I live where you go to, and you'll see people walking down the road, and you'll be like, "Oh yeah." And then if you actually look at them, you'll notice they're walking next to the gutter with one eye in the gutter. And then occasionally you'll see them bend down and pick something up. And they're walking along the streets picking up butts. Then going home and smoking them, it's like, well, if you can spend this much time looking for people's cigarette butts on the floor, why don't you go get a job? That's crazy, isn't it?
And then
some people will go all out
money and spend it on figures.
Yeah, that's right. I don't understand it.
It is a bit of an addiction buying style of figures, though, isn't it? It's kind of the same thing.
They're pumping out more and more now. More Black Series than vintage. They should twist it and focus on the vintage for a while and let the Black Series do its thing, because there's a lot to come. We don't really need much more right now.
Yes, it's asking
focus on the vintage.
It's asking a lot for people to shell out if you're a completist and you want it all.
Absolutely.
Whereas I'm like that with a vintage collection. So, and I was one of the people that drove the campaign for more, because I felt this year we didn't get enough. But there's like a balance, isn't there?
Absolutely.
I think if you could just give me 6 new figures every 3 months, then I'd be really happy. 24
that's it.
A year. I think that's enough. They're £12 each. Still a reasonable amount of money. Throwing a few vehicles here and there.
Yeah.
But when we only had 9 on the cards to buy, it's just that's going the other way, because then you soon lose interest, because we had the Mandalorian wave come out in March, April, but we didn't. We had to wait all the first part of the year for that. There was no January wave, and then all the pre-orders for the next wave were in now, August. Well, that wave's just dropping now, but it's August, so there was no vintage collection apart from these reissue waves where everyone's got the figures anyway. There was nothing new until it's like a 6-month gap. And you'll end up losing people out of the hobby if it's that much of a gap.
That's it.
Whereas
well, that's it.
but the other side of the coin is that you're saying there, you know, there's too much. There's a lot of Black Series out there, isn't there, to get? I mean, it's crazy.
There is. I'm still trying to catch up. I mean, the last actual physical, until I saw the other ones yesterday, the last physical wave that was in New Zealand stores was the Wedge Antilles wave, when it hit the hundreds, and there's been nothing else since then until yesterday. We'll see you later, Day One Way. Thanks for stopping in, my friend.
Cheers, mate.
And hello there, Slumber 10462.
See you, Harry.
Thanks for joining us. We'll be a little bit longer, but then we'll probably be off. It's been a good 2 hours. Going well, going well. Oh, hello, Steve. Yeah.
Yeah, there's you know, because I remember when the Rebels, the new boxes were announced.
Yes.
And not only did they say, here's a load of new figures which you've never had before, like Akbar, Tebow, you know, in these new boxes. Here's these wonderful new figures. But what we're also doing is we're repacking the Darth Vader, we're repacking the Luke Snowspeeder, we're repacking the Hoth Rebel Trooper in these new packages, right? So you've already bought them, but they're in the new packages, and because they got that new picture on the side, you're going to want them. But not only did they do that, they also said, here's 7 Rebels figures in a new packaging. I mean, to get that Rebels set is what, 7 times $25 or whatever.
Exactly right.
It's a lot of money
certainly adds up.
People to drop all at the same time on pre-orders.
And that's it. And everyone's going to want to get them all at once, as we always do.
And then if you're collecting both lines, I mean, you know, it's a lot to get.
Oh, it is. Yeah. I mean, there's probably a small group of people that do. I mean, I think we all follow him on Instagram. I think it's TM Connor, I think it is. Forget. And he's got a massive Star Wars collection. Don't know if you follow him or not. TM something or rather. Connor, I think. But yeah, he's got a huge collection. I'll tag you in one of his things next.
Right.
Show you.
The saving grace with the new boxes is that and it's good that they've done this, is that they've made them per film. So if you're not a Clone Wars fan or a Rebels fan, you can just ignore them. They're not going to get in the way of your you know, side art of the boxes.
Exactly.
They're saying, look, here's the pinky purpley ones, they're Rebels. Here's the blue ones, they're Empire Strikes Back. Here's the green ones, they're Return of the Jedi.
I love how they've done it.
Jedi, yeah. So, and then they said that in their marketing as well when they actually talked about it. They said, so now you can collect your favorite movie or property or whatever, you know. Now, obviously, there's still going to be people out there that want all of them, and that's so be it. They're going to have to spend the money.
Yeah.
But if you only want Return of the Jedi, you can. So you can get Tebow, Akbar, and whatever else is coming out.
Yeah.
And you'll be happy.
So that mean there'd be like 13, 14 different lines, wouldn't there? With the 9 movies, the 2 side movies, then you got the series that there are, Mandalorian, the Clone Wars. So there definitely will be a lot. But yeah, I do like how they individualized it all. It's a good idea.
And the funny thing is, there's more to come, isn't there? When the Mandalorian season 2 starts, you've got the Kenobi on the horizon, you've got Cassian on the horizon, potentially this Lando thing. You've got the Bad Batch cartoon. I mean, we're spoiled.
That's going to be cool.
For riches, aren't we? At the moment?
Oh, we are. So we're going to get flooded soon. I swear. It's going to be good though.
It's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, I do agree. We definitely need some more VC stuff back in the world. It's a bit too minimal.
Yeah, I would like more. I'd like 24 a year at least. That'd be perfect. But it looks like we're getting that next year, and that's got nothing.
That'll be good.
That's got nothing to do with the campaign. That was you know, how it was going to be. Anyway, I just think this year's been a bit funny. I don't know whether it had something to do with the potential license, then sign the license for.
True.
Maybe that. had an effect, you know, because there's
It's
been a lot of Black
possible,
Series.
yeah.
There's been a lot of Black Series repacks this year as well. There hasn't been a massive amount of new Black Series
Oh,
figures,
good
really.
point. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense,
So
actually.
maybe they were just walking the tightrope with whether the license was going to get signed. And now it is.
Yeah,
They've probably got it. They've probably got it for 10 years again. Now they've probably signed for 10 years, and then they can just go, right, let's do everything we want to do. You know.
yeah, absolutely. Carry on with it. Right, we might disappear in a minute if you're good. Gone well, actually. Looks like a lot of people are venturing off, but we're up and down. Anything you'd like to add or say before we sign off?
Not really. Just
Pretty
thanks for
happy.
having me, mate. It's been good. Been good having a
It
chat.
does, yeah. I appreciate you taking out the 2 hours of your night time, because it'd be what, 12:30 in the morning now.
Yeah, it's half midnight.
Yeah,
I haven't
that's
got
right.
work
Be a
tomorrow.
while.
I'm on annual leave this
Oh,
week, which is
that's
very
right.
handy.
Nice. That's going to work out well for you then. Yeah, well, thank you very much for joining me and taking your time out to chat about all of this, all things Star Wars and everything else. Just started following you, Darth Rock, on Twitter. Thank you, my friend. I'm on Instagram as well. If you haven't got me on Instagram, subscribe. Anyone subscribe if you are new. Check out Bossk's Bounty. I'm pretty sure I put a link in the description of this video. Awesome videos, big VC collector, and yeah, thank you again, my friend. I
No
will
worries.
stop rambling on and
We'll
see you all next time. Absolutely. We'll try and get us all together. See you guys.